my friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Veronica. I'm a reincarnated earth star-seeded angelic being on the planet, and my mission is to bring you messages from the Holy Spirit about what energies that we're going to be feeling and experiencing throughout the day. One methodology that I like to utilize a lot is the Mind Oracle. So I use the 1320 Sync app. You could download it from the App Store. It does cost like $3 or something like that, but it's worth it because it gives you a breakdown of the mind glyph of the day as well as the oracle, and it'll appear like this. Okay, so today's the day of the red spectral moon. It's tone number 11, and you can see that the tone here that I've drawn, there's 2 lines and 1 dot. Each line represents 5 days, and there's 13 days to every wave spell. Right now we are in day 11, which is signified by the spectral tone. Spectral tone is about freedom of choice, freedom to be yourself, freedom to show up however you see fit. And today is the red spectral moon. You'll always see the day of the glyph of the day in the center of the oracle. So in the center, you'll see the glyph of the red moon, and that is all about universal water and being in flow with the energies that's all around you, because we're mostly water as it is as human beings anyway. We are guided by the same glyph, the red moon. So we are guided by our own power doubled. We're guided by our own power, our own water. The helper glyph today is the white dog. The white dog is about universal love, and it's just really an accepting type of energy. It's accepting other people for who they are and accepting yourself for who you are. The challenge glyph today is the blue storm. We are in day 11 of the blue storm wave spell. The beginning of every wave spell, the first day, is like the signature glyph for the entire wave spell. So this is the signature glyph, and it represents catalyzation and change, like inevitable change that is necessary, that needs to happen. And it might represent a challenge today as you're showing up and being in flow. You might notice that there's some logs in the dam that need to be moved, for example. I don't know, just throwing that out there. But once you're able to get through those challenges and show up as yourself, be in flow, show up as this being of divine love, then you unlock the occult glyph, which is the yellow human. And this is also called the secret helper glyph. Hang on, I need a sip. I like coffee. Yeah, so the yellow human is all about free will. So free will, the tone of free will, and understanding that you represent one of many. It's total Spartacus energy. It's using your free will to understand that you're a part of something greater than just one person, just you. Yeah, it's being of service to the grand collective, which I'm happy to do. I'm happy to be of service. Jema, and thank you for coming to my channel and participating in this great energy exchange, for we are all one. And if you identify as somebody in the 144,000 frequency collective, then this is definitely a good channel for you. I'm going to go ahead and get started by reading Oracle. I want to do astrology first. Cool. So at the bottom we have Aquarius. I know. It's ruled by Saturn. Saturn just entered Aries. And I believe that Saturn is going to be in retrograde motion at the end of this year and traveling back into Pisces for a time. So we're kind of getting a taste right now for what Saturn and Aries is going to show up for us. So pay attention to your body, most importantly. Okay, this one. On cue. Hello, Saturn. Truth. 8th house. Endings and beginnings. Interesting. So maybe if you're a Capricorn rising, and fire element, desire. Yeah, so if you're a Capricorn rising out there, this might be a reading for you. Capricorn risings are usually short because Saturn rules structure. So it rules your bones and hello. We have Scorpio, I transform. 5th house, creativity. And I'll take the top card here, Sagittarius, I see. This is very interesting because Scorpio and Sagittarius are right next to each other on the zodiacal wheel. I'm gonna get another 3 and then I'll see how these cards like piece together. This little story that we're laying out here. This little story of the energy of the day, the energy that we might be faced with. Solstice blessings, you guys. I hope that you're having a wonderful day, spending time with loved ones, you know, getting really creative, transforming creativity that you see, that other people can see. That, you know, Sagittarius energy that's ruled by planet Jupiter, and it's all about exploration and expansion. Okay, this one, Aquarius, I know. Saturn also rules Aquarius. Mercury retrograde, reinvention. I know, reinvention and Chiron, healing. Oh, cool. Very cool. So, you know what this is speaking to me about? It's speaking to me about restructuring your desire, your fire element. You know, what fires you up from the inside out. 8th house, endings and beginnings. You might be faced with like some circumstances today where you need to, you know, Scorpio and 8th house, those are basically the same thing. 5th house is Leo energy, ruled by the sun, Sagittarius. 11th house, no, 9th house energy. Aquarius is 11th house. Yes. So you're going to be faced with some truths today. And you're going to want to be transforming things that just like don't suit you anymore. You know they don't suit you. Perhaps they did at one point, but you know, today is a new day. It's a new dawn. And 5th house, your creativity, that's how you play. That's how you express your childlike nature and shine like the sun out in the light of day. And being playful, most importantly. I'm emphasizing that for sure. Sagittarius, I see. It's higher schools of thought, philosophy. It can be religion, but it can also be a dogmatic energy, like one way, like my way or the highway almost. And I'm getting that actually a lot from the Aquarius card. Sagittarius can see multiple points of view, but they're stubborn. And both of these energies are stubborn, but this energy, you know, they'll acknowledge your point of view and kind of ignore it with Sagittarius. Aquarius will acknowledge your point of view and try to fight you about it. So, because they think that they know everything. I know, Aquarius. Mercury retrograde, reinvention. You're reinventing what you thought that you knew. And Chiron confirms that with healing. So this is transforming what you desire, transforming your truth into accepting like multiple points of view at the same time. And you're doing it in a fun way. You're doing it in a way that allows you to be teachable, most importantly, yeah. And like Mercury is all about teaching. It's school, it's classes, for sure. Okay, I want to get right away. Moon at the bottom. Hey, on the moon day. It's epic. Okay, this one. Ooh, 9 of swords. No, 10 of swords. I can't count. 10 of swords, yeah, cycle completion, for sure. 4 of cups, a cycle of completion that like you just weren't not satisfied with. So this is a good sign. By the way, I don't usually take reversals. What do we have here? We have the 5 of Cups. Yeah, you're turning away from something that just is like disappointing you. Super disappointed. Super disappointed. And now you're entering a new era. There's so many cups out here. We have the 6 of Cups next. Yeah. Children in like the town square, sharing flowers, sharing a cup. Childlike nature, childlike wonder. Healing. You're healing the inner child. You're transforming your inner child. Today. Like, this healing is not happening in the future. Future doesn't really exist. It's happening today. Today. Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Look at her. She's so rich and so abundant. Doesn't have to be about money. Okay. It's about your value systems. You're abundant with the things that make you happy, abundant with things that you value. The Knight of Pentacles, just showing you that, like, this is what you've been fighting for all along. Like, this is what your inner child has been begging you for and asking you to, like, finally take up. And you're like, okay, I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. What's this? The 6 of Swords. You're traveling. Look, they're in a boat. This is signifying like a safe passageway. So you're moving on. Maybe you're actually moving. Like, you're getting in a car and you're driving somewhere, or maybe you're going overseas somewhere. Maybe the Magician, but whatever it is, like, you are divinely guided and divinely led to, like, actually do some transmutation here. Huge Scorpio energy. Okay, this one leapt out. Okay, and then there's so many cups. Yeah, you're moving away from this. You're moving away from the deception and from, you're transmuting all of this, like, Queen of Swords is on the bottom. Yeah. Well, whatever it is that you're moving away from, Spirit just wants you to make sure that you are keeping your integrity and you're not compromising for anything that could, like, lead you astray, right? Because there are pitfall traps. It's not like it's just going to be like you're going to get into this boat and it's like a straight and narrow path for you. No, you're going to get into this boat and there's going to be other boats in your way. You know, there's going to be other people trying to steer you off your course. But you have to make sure that whatever life throws at you, whatever distractions come your way, that you keep your eye on the pentacle. And what's the pentacle? It's your values. It's what you value. Don't forget your values, like, first and foremost. Let's get Oracle of Ascension. Okay, what do we have here? We have 3 cards that came out, which, no, 4, yeah, I was correct. So first card out is Shokma, Divine Masculine Energy. It's number 2. It represents, like, the white dot inside of the black part of the yin-yang to me, which is all about, like, there's always a little bit of light in the darkness. It's always a little bit of, it's like the light at the end of the tunnel almost. So you just want to remember that, okay? Whenever you're being faced with any type of a challenge, whenever you're being faced with any type of a challenge, you know, being in the eye of the storm, we have fire element again. This is giving, like, grass on the other side being greener type of energy. And the septagram, which is all about alchemy, inner alchemy, using your desire to do this inner alchemy. Sehiki, Reiki for Here's the moon at the bottom. Mind, body, and soul connection. It's being fully present in your I am presence. Third eye chakra. Having true sight, true vision, an unblocked third eye. Okay. Pluto. Pluto comes out every single day. And Pluto is the planet of destruction. To me, this is saying that whatever you thought was true in the past is changing right before your very eyes. Aries. It has to do with your body. Element of spirit. It's coming from within. It's coming from spirit, and you can feel it. It's your emotions. Your emotions is the tell, okay? Pay very close attention to what feels correct for you. Yeah, Yesod at the bottom. This is all about your foundation. So, yeah, for real. This is big energy. Like, I'm kind of talking a little bit fast and I'm a little bit bubbly about it, but truly, this is humongous energy, you guys. Like, this is your divine earth angelic self realizing that your body is the technology that is altering time and space around you just through your spirit alone. Spirit of your I am, Aries, led by your emotions, okay, causes the necessary destruction that you will see in your third eye. And once you see it in your third eye, you have the ability to manifest it, Sehiki, as your mind, body, and soul are reunited as one. And then the alchemy, the alchemical fires of transmutation occur in Shokma, in the 3D physical plane. That's masculine energy, you know? Masculine is physical. Feminine is invisible. So that's like what's going to be occurring, and it's going to be occurring within the realm of your feeling body, your heart space. Whatever you feel is true for you is just correct. So you have no incorrect feelings. If you're feeling it, then, you know, it's there to tell you something. If you're feeling something that makes you uncomfortable or question if what you're feeling is even correct, you need to just take a step back and take a step inward and say, okay, I'm checking in with myself and I'm checking in with my body, and I need to know first and foremost if these emotions that I'm feeling are mine or if they're influenced by an external person. Like, say that you have a partner and you guys aren't doing so well and you guys like seem to be like in a state of 10 of Swords, right? Or it feels like you are dissatisfied and disappointed with something that's going on inside of like a relationship, and you want to alchemically transmute this energy into something that's more beneficial. You know, you need to be paying attention to what's coming from in here and not people pleasing and not being like, okay, well, they want me to do this, so I guess I'm gonna have to change myself. No, it's not about that. It's about you actually standing inside your own fire and saying, I know what I can transform for myself and what's right for me. And maybe you have a family and you're saying like, I know what's right for me. I know what I desire inside my family dynamic, and I'm going to do my part to make sure that, you know, I am being of service to the collective of my family structure. And I am being of service to my truth of my presence within this family structure. And there's lots of different mixed families out there, right? Like, I have a strange family dynamic, but in today's culture, it's not that strange, to be perfectly honest with you. But yeah, you know, it just takes a village. And if you're part of that village, you have a great responsibility to show up as yourself. And only you know what that is. If somebody else is in your life trying to tell you what they need and it's not true to who you are, yeah, maybe you can help them see who you are. And if they like that, that's perfect. But if they don't, then you have your answer, okay? 8th house, endings and beginnings. In Sagittarius, you know, that's all about traveling. And Scorpio, you're transforming. 5th house, creativity. Yeah, get creative with it. Like, maybe you just need separate bedrooms or something. Mercury retrograde, reinvent the way that you communicate, you know. Look into nonviolent communication, where you're communicating about how I'm feeling. I'm feeling tense and I don't know why. I'm feeling stressed and I think that it's from, I don't know, having to wake up too early whenever, you know, I could really be sleeping in for another hour, or maybe that's your partner who's waking up too early and you could wake up with them. Reinvent the time, the structure that you're operating in this time, because, you know, Saturn is timing. And that's just kind of what I'm getting. And Aquarius is the world structures. It's large, global communication structures. Like, we have a lot of technology at our disposal now where we can make it work for us instead of us being bound to the technology. And that's another big thing, is that, like, a lot of people are hooked on their technology. And if you notice that you're spending too much time focusing on something that's external to you, then that's a red flag that you need to burn some like coal in the furnace and figure out like what needs to be burned away. Like, what can I throw into the burn pit so that I can number one, be lighter, but number two, have like a lighter consciousness, lighter load on your mind, lighter load on your heart. Most importantly, like, that's the biggest goal. And as soon as I said that, I felt like a weight lift off of my chest, because I can feel this collective energy so deeply. Yeah, so there's somebody out there that I'm reading for that is having this exact dynamic where they are not feeling like they fit in to a family that they're a part of so well. But let's get some of these out here. Okay, Holy Spirit, can we please have guidance for this situation? Well, I see you and I love you. Okay, just keep showing up as you. That's the most important part about it all, is that, like, if you're not showing up as you, then you will lose yourself. You will get lost inside that labyrinth inside of your mind that's like trying to create these structures of yourself that just, like, it's not you and you know it. But don't feel guilty about doing it because you thought that you were doing it for the greater good. But you're the greater good, baby. Manifestation of the heart. I'm hearing that Kenny Loggins song. With conviction of the heart, when will we learn? Clearing. Yeah. That's it. Clear your heart. Clear your heart out. Yeah. It's like flap. Like letting it all out. Throwing it all out on the table. The sun. Shine, baby. The sun, predator. They don't want you to shine. They want you to dim your light. They want you to dim your light so that they are more comfortable. But being comfortable can be fucking boring sometimes, right? That's in the past, okay? This is what you're walking away from. You are walking away from these predatory energies that want you to dim your light. I'm telling you. You gotta have conviction of the heart. I love that Kenny Loggins song. I think it was the, I'll link it below. He sang it for like the World Peace Conference or something, or like, it was for World Day, or Earth Day. Earth Day. Crowd surfing. Yeah, that's you. You feel like you're lost in the sauce, lost in the crowd. You know that you stick out like a sore thumb. Maybe you're the black sheep. Maybe, you know, you're the scapegoat. Whenever you stand up for yourself, whenever you are feeling actually yourself, you just feel so out of place. So it's like, well, shit, if I'm feeling this out of place, Okay, this one, you still just have to speak up anyway. Yeah, you have to stretch those vocal cords. Whatever way feels correct. Whatever way it gets you to express your voice. Maybe it's singing. Maybe you're like a car karaoke queen or king. Okay, here we go. But that's what makes you special, okay? You're a star. And it's time that you start realizing that. Because whenever you wake up inside of whatever matrix that you find yourself participating in that's like false, you're participating in some sort of false matrix, some sort of false dynamic. You know, whenever I woke up, I was participating in a false family dynamic, and I was like, how do I alchemize my situation? Because this is the life that I chose. I willingly, from my free will, long story short, got me into this situation, and I woke up to this deeper layer of my heart, and I had to clear all of the false internal structures that I had built that like allowed me to participate in it up to that point. So once that happened, then I had the power to say to like my family, my partner at the time, and just be like, this isn't working for me anymore because I feel this about myself. You know, I feel like I need XYZ, and how can we work on that? How can we manifest that? If they can't see a way to manifest that with you, then you have the free will to manifest it without them. You know, that's just the way that it goes. But you have to make sure that if you are with somebody or in a family, that when you're speaking your truth, you want to include them. You don't want to exclude them, because we are all one. And if you shun somebody, you're actually shunning a part of yourself. So you want to do all of this with love, no matter what, no matter who they are. But you want to make sure that you are paying close attention to yourself and loving yourself the most. You have to choose yourself over all of it else. Period. I'm gonna get some shamanic cards out. Forgiveness. Yeah. Leadership at the bottom. Forgiveness is the key. I mean, when you forgive yourself for having the feelings that seem to go against whatever dynamic you're in, forgive yourself, because you can't help that you are experiencing your own truth, and you're the one who's going to experience that truth first before anybody else. So if it feels like other people are doing things to slight you, especially if it's like an unconscious thing that you're noticing, you have to just make sure that you are willing to first and foremost forgive them with love. But you have to speak up, because if you don't, then they're never going to know what's actually going on inside of you, right? Okay, I'm being told right here. Raven magic. Yeah. The raven gives messages. Magic of forgiveness is your right, the phoenix. Transformation, symbol of Scorpio, okay? 8th house and Scorpio out on the table with the phoenix. It's pretty powerful. This is a huge transformation. We have fire out here twice. So not only are you being guided by your angelic fire, the angels, like you have guardian angels here with you. You have your spirit team with you at all times. And if you ever feel stuck, if you ever feel like you're at a crossroads or you don't know what to say, just say out loud, Spirit, God, Source, Universe, please help me. Please help me see the correct path that I need to take. And allow it to be as gentle of a process as possible. Like, I want this to be gentle. I want this to be as painless as possible. I don't want to hurt anybody, but I want to live my truth now. I'm awakening to my truth, and I want it to be made manifest. I want it to be possible. And whenever you do that, you unlock this next level strength. This is your like spiritual juggernaut speaking. Hello. You're a spiritual juggernaut. Go, go, go. Okay, that's your emotions. That might be how you're feeling on the inside, right? Your emotions might be feeling taller than the mountains. It's these gigantic tidal waves. You know, whenever I was a kid, I used to have these reoccurring dreams of giant sentient tornadoes and giant sentient tidal waves that were like coming to get me. And that might be how you're feeling in a way. But, you know, whenever you have those reoccurring dreams and you keep seeing those themes repeat in your life where you're like, oh my gosh, these big, big feelings are going to swallow me up. No, they're not. These big, big feelings are stronger than me. No, they're not. They are you. You have the power to dictate, you know, where they go. And that's the wisdom, baby. Okay? These emotions are your strength. They are you. And just because you don't know how to wield them yet doesn't mean that you need to fear them. Abundance of union and resilience. Whoopsie daisy. Resilience. Okay, buffalo, sun and moon, and desert. Abundance, union, resilience. Yeah, I'm being told that, you know, after cycles repeat themselves, like the sun and the moon coming together, we're having a new moon in Cancer on the 25th. So in like 4 days, we're going to be having this new moon. And Jupiter represents abundance. It's conjunct planet Jupiter. So this is a direct message from these planets right now. Is that, you know, you've already gone through the desert. You've already felt the sensations of lack. And if you continue to feel these sensations of lack, then that's on you, because you have the power over your emotions. Yeah, don't let your emotions rule you. Don't let this wave sweep you up, because like, okay, I just need to share this. I remember a lot of my past lives, okay? A lot. And I remember drowning in Atlantis. I remember standing on the shore and just seeing this giant wave coming at me. And me standing there, understanding that there's nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. So I let it overtake me. And, you know, I also had a dream where I was somewhere in Bangladesh and the same thing happened to me. But instead of running, I dove right into it, because where else are you supposed to go? Like, come on, let's do this. Let's bring it on, baby, right? I'm a drop of rain, and I will remain. Johnny Cash. I'm a highwayman, and I'll be back again and again and again. I don't think I can go lower than that. I don't know why I decided to go the octave lower, but that's just the highwayman in me, right? Highwoman. That's a good one too. A highwoman. I love that. But yeah, if you find yourself in this transitioning type of energy, just understand that it's your own emotions, and you have the ability to amp up the fire, okay? This is fire and water colliding inside of you. You amp up the fire by moving your body. You work your body, you know? Maybe you're doing breath of fire, and you're working with the air element and the fire element within your vessel. Maybe you're going for a jog. Maybe you're putting your roller skates on for the first time in like a year. That sounds like fun. I love roller skating. Maybe you're going for a walk. I mean, it doesn't have to be anything crazy. Maybe you're teaching your child how to ride a bike. But whatever it is, get out underneath the sun. Because when you're under the sun in the day, then at night, whenever you're sleeping, you access those magical realms of the nighttime, of the darkness, where things actually do change. And today is the day of the red spectral moon. So that's a lot about your sleeping state and what happens in the darkness, and how you flow during the day under the sun, and what happens at night when your dreams are flowing in this magical state, in this alchemical state where things actually are taking place. So I'm also being told that resting is very important by Chiron. Chiron is coming in now to say that make sure that you're resting so that your body can actually like stitch itself together, can crystallize, and you know, tomorrow is the day of the crystal tone. I haven't looked up tomorrow's glyph yet, but I'll make sure that I put out another video where I go through the Mayan calendar, the Mayan oracle glyph of tomorrow. I think that it's really important because the Mayan glyphs assist us in understanding our body's technology and how our bodies correspond with the planet. You know, because we are all one. We are from the mother. We're from Mother Earth. So we are designed in her likeness. They say that we are designed in his likeness, you know, the Lord. Thank you, Yeshua. Thank you, Elohim, for providing the structure of light, the structure of geometry that the universe is based off of. We give you mighty praise. And thank you, El Elyon, for giving us this light, for giving us this fire. We are grateful. So whenever you connect with the powers of the God Most High and Mother Earth, and how you shine your light and reflect your energy back into how you reflect your energy into the moon while you sleep, and then the moon reflects itself like a giant satellite dish down onto the Mother Earth for collective integration. Actually, I'm hearing that the moon reflects down into the water for collective integration, and because we are mostly water, like that's how we feel this energy. That's how we have these feelings, is the feelings move through the water. And it matters what you communicate, you know, it matters what you speak out into the water. We have element of water out here twice. We have element of spirit. And we have a lot of transmutation energy. Like Scorpio is a water sign. 8th house is a moksha house. It deals with your karma. Seheki, Reiki. And I'm actually gonna pull Seheki back out here so that you guys can look at it and kind of like meditate on that glyph a little bit. Seheki, Seheki, Seheki. Want to see a crystal? Doesn't it look like there's a tree in here? I love it. This is a shamanic quartz point. A lot closer so you can see. Oh, I'm really doing a stretch. Okay. One more card for the collective. The Gateway Oracle. Sharing of yourself. I am an incredibly generous being. And at the bottom, being in the flow. I am in the flow of the universe. Expect miracles whenever you do that, okay? Expect miracles. sharing of yourself. Check it out. She's riding on a zebra, not a horse, a zebra. That's pretty unique. I want to ride on a zebra. Who wants to go to the zoo? I'm an incredibly generous being. I'm so generous with my love. I'm so generous with how I want to flow out there in the crowd. It's being in the crowd and being the one who's surfing in the crowd and feeling comfortable in doing that, not feeling like you stick out like a sore thumb, because that's a little bit, that's like a negative connotation, and that's not correct. It's you out there sharing your energy with other people, because you're not keeping your eyes down. You're keeping your eyes up. The girl in the card had her eyes up, and she was looking around for anybody else who wanted to make eye contact. Eyes are a gateway to the soul. In Reiki, there's 4 areas where you can transmit energy: feet, hands, breath, eyes. So when you lock eyes with somebody, don't shy away. Give them a smile, okay? That is the stuff that changes the world. Share yourself, share your energy, share your happiness and your excitement, share your voice and your energy that way. Even if you don't want to, you know, my voice keeps like getting a little choked up. I think it's the coffee. I haven't had a cup of coffee in like 6 days. But I wanted one. But I think that's spirit telling me that that's enough coffee, Veronica. Excuse me. Yep, and being in the flow. That's the glyph of the day. It's being in flow with universal water. And what's universal water? It's the single body of water. The body of water. In hieroglyphs, Egyptian hieroglyphs, there is a glyph that appears to be a squid, and it was called a water bag. I thought that was interesting. It's a water skin. It's your water skin. It's being in flow. It's being in universal flow with the body of water. And yeah, I'm gonna leave the reading here then. So I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button, share this with your friends, subscribe to my channel. My name is Veronica. I'm a psychic medium. If you're interested in a private reading or any psychic mediumship services, or even I offer BQH sessions, which is Beyond Quantum Healing. It is a hypnosis technique that was developed by Candace Craw Goldman, and it's similar to the Dolores Cannon QHHT hypnotherapy. So if you're interested in that, you know, click on my Linktree, go to my Buy Me a Coffee, get in touch, and yeah, happy solsticing. I love you. Have a great day.